Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode. Feeling a little under the weather today. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, it's just a cold. But anyway, I got some stuff to share with you, per usual. Cough drop on board. We're good, so I'm going to try to just make it through this, and we're just going to try to make it through, pretty quick. So nothing too bad. So, all right. Anyway, we'll just start with a couple of things I actually did find a couple of things in store. I guess we'll look at those first. I found just a couple of basic Hot Wheels, including a basic treasure hunt 1978 Dodge Little Red Express truck. So found that guy. Pretty cool. It's a cool basic. So the basic treasure hunts are, they're making them real vehicles more often than not now. And that's pretty cool. So it's a nice looking little truck. So we'll open that up in the next segment. We got what would have been the Super, I think, in the case. This 2019 Audi R8 Spider. This is not a Super. I believe these came out of an M case. I don't know what cases are what these days. We got a 98 Subaru Impreza. So just a few basics here. And then this Nissan Silvia S13 in red. Pretty cool. So picked up those main lines, and then I also found the Trucks series. So this is like one of those whatever specialty series that you'll find at Walmart in the U.S. So it's just a truck series. Here's a Land Rover Series 3 pickup. We got the Chevy LEV. We got the 65 Ford Ranchero. The Mazda Ripu, and the one that everybody's probably going to be after is this Datsun 620. So that's undoubtedly going to be the popular one in the case. So I found that set. Pretty cool. And then I rolled by an antique mall. I just popped in. I like to look every once in a while. And I scored some pretty cool items. Just these two. Now, I already had them. And one of these is going to my buddy Martin. He claimed it right away. The other one's just going to go into my collection. But, so these are from License Premium Release 3. We're not going to open them, obviously, because I already have them loose. But License Premium Release 3 is a very tough release to get a hold of all these cars. So to find them for $7 a piece is a real good score. So we got the Chevelle, and we got the Dodge Dart Swinger. The Swinger is absolutely beautiful in blue, by the way. Just a really cool car. So the Swinger is already spoken for. The other one is already spoken for, I guess, too, because it's going into my collection. So there's that. Sticking with Auto World for a moment, I did also get this, which we will also not open. This is the last Ultra Red I needed from Premium Release 3 from Auto World that came out around, I think, like, I want to say 2014, 2015, late 2014, whatever. This is a hard series to come by, so I'm going to do a special video on that series, and we will open up this, the last one I needed. In that video, when we look at the complete series. So, stoked to get this. I got it off of eBay, and I actually got it for a really good price, surprisingly. I added a Lamborghini Diablo to there. I'm slowly chipping away at this casting. This one is a weird one. This is from 2001. And for some reason, whenever this one comes up, people want like money for it, and it's really just a goofy design and all that. We will open it up. I'll just throw it here with the basics. We'll open up this one in the next segment. Checked another Diablo off the list. The next thing I got for you is a kind of a weird thing that happened on eBay. So I'm just gonna open up this here real quick. So I put a bid on this truck. This is a Bosco exclusive Auto World Ultra Red. And I put a bid on it. And I put a low bid on it just to like mark it, to kind of watch it. I didn't like hit the watch button. I just said I'll put a low bid on it, and then I'll keep track of it, and maybe I'll get it. So anyway, I totally forgot about it. And it went by, and I lost the auction. But then I got a second chance offer on it from the seller for $15. And I'm like, wow, $15 for this Bosco exclusive ultra red truck, which is pretty rare. There's not many of these out there. I think there's only like 52, maybe 100, somewhere in that range, whatever. Anyway, they're hard to come by. So this is from the latest Bosco release. And I'll grab out the regular ones to show you in the second half. So I'm like, okay, $15. Then I went to try to check it out. I went to try to check out. It wouldn't let me check out. It said it needed my address to check out because the shipping would be quoted. I'm like, okay, that was a little weird. I've never had that happen on eBay before. So I messaged the seller. I'm like, hey, it won't let me check out. You know, I try to go through a shipping quote with my address. I want this truck. Hook me up with it. And at the price, it was crazy. So I'm like, that's nutty. And anyway, the guy said, okay, yeah, I'll get it, you know, whatever for you. And then I also have this one if you're interested. And I'm like, really? That step side? The step side ultra red, Mio exclusive. It's another one I'm missing. I'm like, holy crap. I'm missing that one and I really want to get this one. This one's really tough to find. It's another one when you find on eBay, it's very expensive. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, it still won't let me check out. Like, what's the deal? And he's like, oh, I just canceled it. Now I got your address and I will just ship you them as a thank you for your YouTube channel. I'm like, seriously? So the guy's from Wisconsin. He's actually from, like, not local to me. He's like southern Wisconsin. I gotta get a drink of water. So he's not local to me. He's from like southern Wisconsin, quite a ways away actually. And he's like, hey, I'll just ship them to you. I'm like, what? And I try to reply to him on there, but since the listing was gone, I couldn't reply to him. eBay doesn't like it when you finish transactions outside of eBay. And they were sniffing around our conversation too, I could tell that. So anyway, he sent me those cars. And hold on one second. All right, so anyway, long story longer, he shipped me those two cars after a couple of weeks, actually, the conversation. So I thought since I didn't reply to him, maybe he didn't think I said thank you or something, was like, well, screw this guy. He didn't even say thank you for offering him. But then I messaged him on a different, one of his other listing where he has an ultra red lead sled up for sale right now. Okay. So I messaged him on that. I'm like, hey, you know, thanks. I couldn't reply to the other message and blah, 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 blah. To which I got a reply from, hey, I will ship it out. Here's your tracking number. Here you go. It did ship. I'm like, wow, dude, you know, thank you. And then with that message, with the message that he sent me with the tracking number, came with a message from eBay saying blah, 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 blah. You can't like do transactions outside of eBay. It's not safe and whatever. So anyway, my eBay name is Championdjk. He recognized who I was and sent me that. You know, he sent me those two cars, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you very much. He also sent me one of these Pontiacs, Johnny Lightning, and it's actually a white Lightning. So he sent me that. He just sent me this. There's like some filler in there in the box. It's Johnny Lightning Pez stock car. We'll crack that open. And then he sent me a couple other things. He sent me one of these, the regular truck, step side, but it's missing the tailgate. Another loose Auto World. Loose Johnny Lightning. Another loose Johnny. Another loose Johnny wagon. Pretty cool. Another loose Johnny wagon. Pretty cool. And a Firebird Trans Am missing the wing. But he just sent me that. So this one's missing the wing. This one's missing the tailgate. But he just, whatever. He gave those to me for free. And I'm very thankful because I got to go ahead and check a couple of very tough to find ultra reds off of the list. Both of these trucks alone, trying to scoop these off of eBay is tough. They don't come up very often, but yeah. And I got them for nothing, which is very, very cool, and I am very thankful for that. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around. We do have a couple of things to look at. Sorry, there's not too much today. We'll look at what he sent, and then we'll just open those Hot Wheels. We'll open that truck series and move on for the day. So stay tuned. All right, let's start by taking a peek at what he sent me real quick. So we got this. This is the Bosco. These are the regular ones. So this is the release that we got that Ultra Red from. There is a previous release of these Bosco trucks in like a charcoal gray kind of deal. And there's an Ultra Red for that one. I am missing still the Ultra Red for that first release. But now I finally got this one. So that's pretty good. So this knocks one off the list. And these Ultra Red trucks are just very, very difficult to come by. So here you go. Here it is. Pretty darn cool. So we got an Ultra Red base, Ultra Red tires, well, red tires anyhow, red, Ultra Red body, and then a red interior that is not present on the other ones. The only real difference, I think, between this and the other release is instead of white here on the side, it's silver. So, gotta add that one to my collection at some point, and hopefully sometime soon. So, there you go. There you have it. That's those. Next is the step side. So, the step side, this is what the original step side looked like. He just sent me one of these. Now, there is something odd about this. Now, he said he had an extra one. And he did send this to me. Now, I did swap the axles that were on this truck to the Ultra Red. Why? Because he must have customized that Ultra Red at some point in time. So this is what the axles currently look like on this. And this wheel is actually really loose on here because that's cracked right there. You can barely see it, but it's cracked right there. These axles were actually on the Ultra Red. And I swapped them onto this and took the original axles that are supposed to be on that Ultra Red truck, which are the same as the ones that are supposed to be on here, over to the Ultra Red. So he must have customized these things a little bit at some point in time, and that's cool. Take some cojones to go ahead and dismantle one of these, because these are really hard to come by. So anyway, now this one's whole again with the correct size axles, and we got a little bit of a wobbly tire on that side, but I could fix that if I play around with it some more. But anyway, I ended up swapping the correct axles back onto this truck. So this is now correct. This one's got Ultra Red base, red tires, Ultra Red body, and a white interior. A little bit dirty inside that interior. We're going to have to clean that out as well. And I will take care of that too. So you must have stored these loose, not protected under any sort of thing, because they were a little bit dusty and stuff like that. I'm not complaining. Thank you very much, because obviously you just gave it to me as a gift. But yeah, this one needs a little bit of cleanup yet. And this one, yeah, this one's got some dust on the interior as well. Once that stuff collects inside of there, it is tough to get out, but it is possible. So I will work on that. But yeah, anyway, regardless, 2 Ultra Reds that I would not otherwise have, because they're very, very difficult to acquire, and I really do appreciate it. So there's that. So quick look at the other stuff that he sent. We got some Johnny Lightning wagons. This red one here. I'm not sure what this was from. If this was just a standalone release or what. I guess it definitely wasn't like a one with a trailer on it, because it doesn't have a trailer hitch unless it was broken off. But there's that one. There's another wagon. Pretty cool. Digging the wagons. Here's another one. This is the same casting as the red one. A little scuff on the top there, no big deal. And then, let's see here, we got another Johnny Lightning. This guy here. This one came in a 2-pack, I think, with like an unrestored version of it, right? Which I think I have the other one. So that's cool. This will complete that. There's some issues on the tire there. Nothing too big of a deal. This one, it looks almost like the trunk would open on this one, but it doesn't. Let's see here. One more Johnny. This Pontiac. So this is pretty cool. I don't think I even have the regular one of this, and now I have the white lightning of it. That's pretty awesome. So thank you very much for including this one. That's fantastic. Again, there's a little bit of dust and stuff on the inside, so we'll have to blow that out with some compressed air. Real cool, though. Thank you very, very much. And then a couple of... I thought this was interesting, because this one has some paint rash on it. You don't normally see Auto World with paint rash on it, but it looks a little... At least that or orange peel or something. Looks a little odd. And then this Trans Am with a missing spoiler. I'll save this one to actually do like maybe a rusty custom or something like that sometime down the line. I always save any of my defective Auto World, something that has problems with it. I usually save those, and I have them kind of piled up, and then eventually when I make weathered cars, these are the cars I will use to do that with instead of opening up new cars and trying to weather them. I'll do some sort of one with a defect or something that has issues. This one's got some paint issues on the top. This is a perfect candidate for that. This one's missing the spoiler and stuff like that, so this is a good candidate for that as well. So those will make cool little projects down the line should I ever end up doing that. Let's go ahead and open up this, I guess. This is a Pez Candy series Racing Dreams stock car. I don't know if I've got an example of this tooling from Johnny Lightning, so that's kind of cool. Just going to open her up here real quick. Get it out of the package. This has to be somewhat early. $19.99 would be when this would have came out. Is what it appears. Not a bad looking stock car. Opening hood, that's cool. Rubber tires, metal body, metal base. It rolls really nice. Goodyear tires. Pez. Not real big on Pez, but it looks pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. Alright, so there's that. So that's what he sent me. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got a Lamborghini Diablo. 2001. It's purple. It's got some weird bull design on the side. I guess that makes sense. Diablo. Card's nice. Whatever. Of course, I'm in it for the car. And yeah, I collect this casting, so I'm still trying to find a couple of variations that I don't already have. But I am getting down to the nitty-gritty on it for sure. There really isn't much that I need to get before I'll have this thing finally complete. And they haven't released anything. I think this might have been actually one of the last releases of it. I haven't used this casting in a long time. It is metal on metal. And it's pretty cool. I don't know. I liked it when I was a kid, so it's just one of those castings. This and the Countach I collect from Hot Wheels. The Countach I'm a little bit further off than having all of the Diablo. And the Countach is going to have one that's going to be nearly impossible to get, which was the gold-plated one that you had to send in for the revealers or whatever. You could win one of the grand prizes was that. I think there's only 100 of those out there, something like that. Those are going to be tough. Tough to get a real one. I do have a custom of it that I made, but it's going to be real tough to get a real one. All right, let's take a look at some basic Hot Wheels real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Get out of your hair. 1978 Dodge Loretta Express truck. There's your treasure hunt logo. Hey, you just found one. Cool. Wish it was a Super, but you know, what can you do? Because that Super Audi looks awesome. And I'm really trying to hang on to my voice here. This is become Struggle City now. So we're going to move kind of quick. But anyway, that's a good looking basic car for sure. Got the retro slots on her. It looks actually really nice. I like it. This one looks really good too. Nice basic car. Get details where you want them, at least on the rear. Oh, and then on the front too. That's a really nice little basic model. Nothing to argue about there. Complain about, I should say. And then Subaru Impreza, again a nice basic model. It comes out again in a nice basic color. This time in charcoal gray. That's a really good color for this car, actually. It's always that classic Subaru like blue, but this thing is really good looking in this color, I think. And the gold wheels actually look good too. That's a nice basic. And then again, another nice basic, the Audi 2009 R8 Spider. So I'm so proud of myself finally. I don't pick up every single licensed model now. I used to pick up every single licensed model. I would grab it. Now I really kind of only pick up what I actually like, or what I actually think is cool. And this Audi is a good basic model. The Super Treasure Hunt, of course, would be cooler because it would have the rubber tires and Spectre Flame paint, but this basic model is pretty nice too. You got the, you know, the details in the front. The headlight graphic looks really nice. The details in the back actually look really good too. So there's, again, nothing to complain about there. Nice basic models. All four of these are pretty good. So then let's get into this trucks set. And this will be the last thing that we look at here today. I guess we'll do it in order. It makes the most sense. So I believe these cost, what, like a quarter more or something like that at Wally World. And what you're really paying for probably is the card art being unique from the basic models. The rest is, I think, as far as tampos go and stuff like that, the surface count on tampos, I think is the same or close that you would get on a basic car. 5 cars in this series. Sometimes they do 5 in these type of series, sometimes they do 10, sometimes they do 8. I'm not sure what determines that, but I guess we'll call this a truck series. I don't know. It doesn't really have a name on the card art itself to tell you what it is, but they're all trucks, so we're just going to assume it's a trucks series. So starting with a Ranchero. Not a huge fan of this casting. It's alright, but doesn't really do anything for me. The colors are pretty nice though. And I just got done telling you guys that I only buy what I like now, and then I'm telling you I don't like this car and I bought it. Well, alright. Sometimes you got to get the whole series, especially just for this channel to show you the whole series. So that would be why. The Mazda Repu is pretty cool. Not a huge fan of the color. Here's the card art. Card art's pretty cool, shipping containers and stuff like that. But here this is in yellow. Yellow and black. Looks alright. Not the best version of this casting, but a fairly decent one nonetheless. So again, pretty basic. You know, you got 3 tampo surfaces, no taillights, no headlights. You know, your plastic body, all that stuff. It looks alright. Alright, what's next? We got... This is the one everybody's going to probably hoard. JDM lives on in the Datsun. The card art for this is way cooler looking than the actual truck. That's a really cool rendering. The actual truck looks alright. I don't know if I like the wheels. I guess if I had to complain about anything, it would be that. The primer gray look is kind of cool. It's not bad. The wheels, though, I'm not a big fan of these wheels. They're painted as such or tampoed as such to make the tire look wider, or like a wider sidewall, or a thicker sidewall, or whatever you want to call it. Not bad, though. So this is the one everybody's going to be after just because of the casting that it is. And I will admit there was 2 in the case and I grabbed both of them. I don't know why. Land Rover Series 3 pickup. This casting's alright. Not a huge fan, but it does look pretty nice in brown. And then last is the Custom 72 Chevy LUV. This is kind of a cool little mini truck. I do like that. I do like that casting for some reason. But I do think it's pretty cool. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for hanging on. A little under the weather, so I do apologize about that. Maybe I could have just skipped this week, but you know what? I felt like making the video anyway. And we had to do it. So look forward to, once the voice comes back, we'll do a video on this series. Looking forward to that. And I also still have to do another series that I completed recently too. So I got 2 Auto World videos to make. I got a couple unboxings I need to make yet. A Greenlight and an M2. Stuff from Diecast, so we need to do that yet. So I've got some videos in the pipeline that will be coming out, you know, as soon as I can talk, basically, normally, without struggling. So, all right. Wish me luck. I will talk to you guys very soon. Have a good day.